Miami Young Republicans Club, joining us today from Miami. Jessica, how are you feeling about this event today?
Well, I mean, this event was an unspeakable tragedy. Anytime an elected official who's charged, is an elected official in charge of our government, is targeted, we have a serious problem.
What about the political climate in the U.S.? How do you describe it?
Look, I think the political climate in the United States has, really escalated. A lot of us thought that it would kind of die down after the election, and we've seen a extreme polarization.
Absolutely. So many of us thought it was going to just go away after the election. The people got crazy and crazier each and every day. It's embarrassing. Seriously? You guys doing it to us. I said it over and over. You guys ain't doing it to Donald Trump. Everything you're doing is coming back to us. Every one of us in this thing together. Every one of us. Everybody in danger. It's not about Donald Trump alone. Leaders went crazy. Every one of you gone nuts. Why? It is embarrassing. Every day I bend my head down. I'm so ashamed, so embarrassed for you guys. I'll be like, oh Lord Jesus, what is it again today? Lord Jesus, what's going on? It's like every single minute, and that is so very much embarrassing. Stop it, guys. Stop behaving that way. Ain't worth it.
Well, I mean, this event was an unspeakable tragedy. Anytime an elected official who's charged, is an elected official in charge of our government, is targeted, we have a serious problem.
What about the political climate in the U.S.? How do you describe it?
Look, I think the political climate in the United States has, really escalated. A lot of us thought that it would kind of die down after the election, and we've seen a extreme polarization from the left has, formed this resist movement, and, they've come out and protested heavily against our president and his current administration, and has, been very effective in blocking, the day-to-day functioning of our government. So I would say the political climate is a little bit acidic. And I think today was just a reminder, of how fragile our democracy is. And, we will not allow our democracy to be attacked in such a way.
Do you think that this was an attack on democracy, or do you think that this was something sort of somebody just acting out in anger, obviously somebody who had been angry a very long time?
Well, I mean, I think somebody who acts out in anger, might say something that they regret, write an angry tweet. But, to completely act on anger and to shoot multiple people, that is not anger. I mean, that's mental illness, and that's, domestic terrorism.
Let me ask you about sort of the way people talk to each other on Capitol Hill. And by that, I mean the politicians, who are often accused of sort of just bumping up the rhetoric a little bit too much. And do you think whether something like what happened today will change that? Maybe see a coming together rather than such divisive politics?
Tell me about it. Oh, Jesus. Everything happened for a reason. I'm sorry they got shot, but seriously, God was like, enough is enough. You guys need to come together, work together, be together, act together, be active together. Make sure you take care of America and the people in America, because it's the same country, one nation under God. It has to stop. Seriously, it has to stop. Enough is enough. Jeez.
Shoot multiple people. That is not anger. I mean, that's mental illness, and that's, domestic terrorism.
Let me ask you about sort of the way people talk to each other on Capitol Hill. And by that, I mean the politicians, who are often accused of sort of just bumping up the rhetoric a little bit too much. And do you think whether something like what happened today will change that? Maybe see a coming together rather than such divisive politics?
Sure. I mean, it was, of course, we heard some reports that as soon as Democratic caucus members this morning heard of what happened to their colleagues, they immediately gathered in prayer. I mean, this has been a nation that has been historically united under God. And, I think that more than anything, this.
Say it one more time, girl. They forgot to do. America is a nation under God. I don't know what's happening. Seriously, I have never ever seen that before in my whole life. Never since I lived in America. 2016 and 2017 is a different game. A whole new level of game. Holy smokes. Stop it. You guys quit it.
And do you think whether something like what happened today will change that? Maybe see a coming together rather than such divisive politics?
Sure. I mean, it was, of course, we heard some reports that as soon as Democratic caucus members this morning heard of what happened to their colleagues, they immediately gathered in prayer. I mean, this has been a nation that has been historically united under God. And, I think that more than anything, this shows that, these are just people trying to get things done in our government. And, I think that this is a moment of reflection, a moment to really weigh our words and weigh how we choose to communicate our policy ideas and our disagreements.
All right, Jessica Fernandez, we've got to leave it there. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Wow. Seriously, man.
Let's get to some breaking news coming out of an American Air Force base in California, the Travis Air Force Base, now in lockdown. Officials there responding to what has been called a real-world security incident. We don't know what that means. People at the base being told to shelter in place. The public being cleared out of the area. We will bring you updates as we get them into the newsroom.